Hey beauties, happy Monday and welcome to today's episode of Candid, HB show where we say everything you may be thinking but are too afraid to say. And today I'm getting candid with the Beverly Bond, DJ, entrepreneur, women's empowerment leader, social innovator, Beverly Bond, guys, founder of Black Girls Rock. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I just have to say it is such a privilege and honor to be here with you. You have inspired so many Black women, and to just be able to be at the table with you, have a seat here,
Gosh.
to talk to you, it's just such an honor, and I've looked up to you for so long.
Thank you.
So today we're going to be talking about the show, which airs tomorrow.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so I would love to know, what are you most excited about going into the show?
I mean, for me, the entire process is exciting. So there's not one particular moment. It's really all of it together.
It's okay.
Oh.
Keep going. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Keep going. So what else are you excited about? It's not one particular thing.
Yeah, it's not one particular moment that I'm excited about. I mean, I'm really excited about the entire thing. I think that it's just, it's a labor of love. It is something that I'm very passionate about. It's something that I've been very focused on since I started it, since even before TV. And it feels the same. It's the same intention from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's the same intention. It's the same passion. It's the same vision. And it's the same mission.
Right,
And so for me, it's all like just part of a big, offering to the world that I have been able to help.
Yeah,
bring to light.
And the intention is the same, but it's evolved so much.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, going to television, of course, helps your, elevate your platform. So I'm real excited that, we are continuing our relationship with the network.
Yeah.
And I think that people have tuned in a way that I've seen the change. I've seen the change, not just in the way that the world embraces us as Black women, but the way that we are owning it, the way that we are embracing ourselves. And, I remember having one girl who reached out to us, and she felt that her dark skin was a curse. She felt that she needed to bleach herself. She literally put Clorox bleach on her skin. And she was suicidal. She was a cutter. And she said she saw the commercial for the first time, and she was like, what? Black Girls Rock? Like, what does that mean? Wow. And so she said it really changed her whole entire perspective. And now, you can't tell her she doesn't rock.
Right,
but
right.
it was, that's not who she was before this message. And sometimes, everyone needs to be affirmed. And there weren't many messages out there affirming us. And so I knew that we needed to do it ourselves. And,
And I feel like that message is becoming even more important because we're seeing so much pushback to our advancement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so if you can speak a little bit to just the political times, everything that's happening in Charlottesville, and how we're almost, our progress is being suppressed, and why that message,
I think, and so for me this year, my theme for this year was Black Love is Revolutionary, and I really wanted us to join together and come close as a community, not just our relationships, but not our love relationships, but our relationships with our family, our culture, our music, everything that we bring to the table, our contributions, to really just hold ourselves tight, and safeguard each other, because we are seeing this push against us empowering ourselves, against us saying that our lives matter, and it doesn't really compute. And it's also interesting that it happens mostly with Black people.
Yes.
When other people try to empower themselves, you don't see the same type of resistance.
Right.
You don't see people, gathering around other people's networks that celebrate their culture and saying that, there's something wrong with that, or something offensive about that. So, I definitely know what you're talking about, and I think it's definitely more important now than ever that we continue to push this message forward, empower ourselves, and that is also important. It's like, why wouldn't we want to push forward and empower ourselves?
Absolutely.
Like, everybody does that.
Absolutely. It's almost like there's something they fear about us being so loud and open about our love for one another.
Which is really crazy.
It's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's so
illogical.
crazy. I would love to take some questions from the audience if anyone, remember this is an open forum, guys, so if you have any questions for Beverly, please leave them in the comments. So I would also love to talk about, the extension of Black Girls Rock now into this book aspect
Yes,
of it. Can you talk
absolutely.
about your book a little bit?
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my book is an extension of the movement. There are about 60 women in this book. I have Kathy Hughes is in the book.
Oh yeah. Hey founder.
Which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Tracy Ellis Ross,
Yes.
Regina King, Naomi Campbell, Angela Davis. My gosh, so many women.
Wow.
So many women you know, and then there are other women that you don't know about. That are also in the book, and everybody's story is really inspiring and how they tap into their magic and get to their next level. So I think it'll be a really a great book, and it will inspire women, men, women of all races. I think we'll get something from this book.
Absolutely.
So I'm super excited about it.
And for those who are looking, where can they buy the book? Where can they see it?
Right now,
Yep.
it's on pre-sale.
On pre-sale, okay.
Yeah.
On
right
Amazon?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
great.
I
So
just found that out today. So.
Yeah, so we're excited. It's a book out, guys. So that is so, so exciting. And I love the cover art for that. That's what we're looking at right now. It's just so boldly and openly just Black female orientated, which I love. So just shifting back to the show a little bit, we have a lot of honorees. We have the Issa Rae, Yara Shahidi,
Yes.
our mother, Auntie Maxine Waters. How do you feel about this cohort of honorees this year?
I mean, every year I'm excited about our
Yeah.
honorees, and I think we do a great job of really just kind of giving you a nice, diverse palette of women. This year is no different, and I think that the women, everyone we've honored this year is going to just speak to just our brilliance, our greatness, and our magic. And I'm so just excited about everyone tuning in to see the show this year.
Yeah, and what do you think about, how Maxine Waters, of course, she's been around for years, for
Yes,
decades,
yes.
but kind of being embraced by the millennials. What do you think about that and how it's,
yeah.
her career, of course, she's always had a
Right.
storied, legendary career, but
Right.
to see how everyone is Auntie Maxine, how do you feel
I
about
love
that?
it.
Yeah.
I love that she embraces it in this way.
Yeah.
I love that she is very open to it, and but in addition, she's never stopped doing the work.
No.
She's never stopped doing the work. So at some point, like Maxine Waters was always on my radar in terms of wanting to honor her for Black Girls Rock. This year worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
This year worked out perfectly, and it's a perfect time to honor her. So, but finding how she gets so much joy about people kind of rediscovering her.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful to watch it. And I think that, it matters to see someone that is that bold in their leadership. I think that's important to us. It's important to us as we grow and we want to be activists, or we want to be, just make a difference in the world. We can see that she does this. She does it so fearlessly.
Yeah.
She does it so fearlessly. And I think that it's an important example for all of us.
Absolutely. And I also love how she kind of melds together the generations because, there is this younger class that's coming up.
Yeah.
And we're pulling from her strength,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
So it's been amazing to watch that come together, too.
Absolutely.
So what else are you looking forward to about the show? Are there
All
any
of it.
other highlights? I know. The whole show is amazing, guys. I got the opportunity to actually sit in the audience, and I was so, so excited to be there. I mean, it was just a full circle moment because, of course, I'd been watching it for years. But to be in the presence of all that Black girl magic is amazing.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to tell the audience what they can expect? Or
I mean,
what do you think?
I think it's just a magnificent show. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be, I just, again, for me, I'm biased because I love it all.
Oh, yeah, me
or I
too.
guess I'm
It's
not
hard to,
biased.
you can't, like,
yeah,
pick
so
one
maybe
thing.
what's your favorite
Yeah.
moments in the show?
Yeah, I would say, without spoiling anything,
Yeah.
but I think it was the Maxine Waters moment because
That was a moment.
it's just it's that cross generation thing that I just feel, and I feel like we need like a mother of the movement in this time because I do think the way that millennials are approaching activism, it's fresh and it's
Yeah.
new, but you also have to pull on those foundational roots,
Absolutely.
in order to continue to grow this thing.
Absolutely.
So
And it was
really
church.
special. It was church.
church.
It was church, guys. Y'all, you have to tune in for that moment. It
Yeah.
meant so like we all went to church. It
Yeah.
was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So I would also love your perspective, just Black women creators in general. We finally have this moment where our voices can be heard, our stories can be shown in a very nuanced way. What advice do you have for the Black girl who may be feeling like, how do I enter this space now? Like I'm welcomed, to some extent, but I'm welcome to now have this creativity. How would you advise her on how to enter those spaces?
I would say, like, just tap into that, tap into your passions, like, look at your role models, look at people that you admire who are doing what you love to do, and just, I think having examples and having blueprints before you is a lot easier than to not have that, to not see Black women in those spaces, and to think that that door is closed for you. So now I think that especially our next generation, I think that they really see that the door is just wide open for them.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be, that's going to help us have more creators and innovators coming from us that are not gonna be hidden figures.
Right, exactly. And speaking of examples, can you talk about Black Girls Lead?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's our conference. When I started the award show in 2006 first, but then I wanted to start a mentoring program, and so I did, and we've gone through different phases of this. We've had local programs that we've done all year long except for holidays, and then we had a camp that we did for 2 weeks up in the woods, and then we started the conference. And so the Black Girls Lead Conference is something where we bring girls in from all across the world. And it has been, we bring in mentors, we bring in, empowerment speakers, we have workshops, really just to give girls additional tools to help them become leaders and creators and innovators and activists and advocates for worthy causes. So I think that it's been an amazing process, and this year was so interesting because the show moved in its time period, so it came right up against Black Girls Lead, and then we were going through the process of trying to figure out how we could do both, because I'm very hands-on on the camp. I can't just leave the girls alone.
Right,
I gotta help. I'm in that process too. So it was like, okay, how do we do this? And we decided to just go forward, and it was just really smooth the way we were able to execute both at the same time. It's just really amazing.
Really amazing. So we know the theme of the show is Black love is revolutionary.
Yes.
And I love that too, because like you're saying, a lot of times people think of Black love within a romantic partnership,
Right.
but this is blowing it out to our sisterhood.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was very clear to me that this was what I needed to do. It was very clear to me, the vision was there. And BT is an incredible creative services team. Shout out to them. I pitched them the idea, and I said, this is what I want to do, and this is how I see it, and this is important. And I was looking at things like that. I don't know if you saw the NRA advertisement, and they were gearing up.
That was so scary. They were going to war.
With them,
yes.
That
was so scary.
And so I was just like, we are up against a lot right now, and we have to pay attention.
Yes.
And we can't be so caught up in our entertainment that we're not paying attention to what's happening with the rest of our lives, right? And so for me, being at a network that is focused on entertainment, I was like, I want Black Girls Rock to be that voice that is able to speak about these issues without it being something that's just kind of, people are looking at like we went left. You know what I mean? I was like, Black Girls Rock has always been that. It's always been a movement. It's always been activism. It has always been what it is. And so I talked to them about what I wanted to do, and they came back and they showed me, the visuals behind it. And I was like, yes,
it looks
exactly
so good.
it.
The flag.
The flag.
Yeah, it's like waving the flag. Yes,
so I really, shout out to them. And then, just really, I wanted to enlist men this year, and I called some friends, and I said, listen, this is what I want to do. I talked to different people, and everyone loved the idea. Everyone loved the idea of just really bringing our community together. On this platform, and so we did.
You did. And just in closing, can you tell me what you love most about Black women?
I think everything. I think that when we talk about Black Girl Magic, we really do. We do have this spirit, this connection, this innovation, this creativity. There's just something just so boss and really dope about Black women. Not to say that other women aren't as dope too, but I mean, I just think that there's something that I really appreciate obviously I'm a Black woman.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, there's something I really appreciate about our sisterhood, our connection, and just the way that we are, the way that we do, the way that we move, the way that we talk, the way that we express ourselves. I think it's just all so incredibly powerful and beautiful and spiritual, and I love it.
It is.
We rock.
I love our resilience.
Yes.
And I say all the time, and I tell all my girlfriends this too, like, I will be saved by the love of Black women.
Yes.
Like, if everything else goes down, I
Yes.
know that a Black woman is always there holding me and uplifting me, and that's why your platform is so important, and that's why we rock.
Yes, my
This
friend.
is how we rock.
My friend April Silver, she says, when Black women meet, Black people eat. And
Yes, I love that. Tweet that. That's good. I
that's
love
not
that.
mine, that's April Silver.
Yes, I love that so much. Well, thank you so much for being here. Let everyone know how to tune in tomorrow.
Yes, please. BET,
Yep.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Black Girls Rock.
So excited, and you guys make sure you check out her book. It is on Amazon pre-sale today, and we are so excited. And Beverly, thank you for always rocking with us.
Thank you
we
for
are
having me.
so grateful for you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, and continue to go off in the comments, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.